Cortex is the productivity stack. This is the stack you want to take for total mental energy, total mental dominance, total motivation, verbal fluency, focus, and the drive to get work done. Get the Cortex Nootropic stack at livecortex.com. Feel what it feels like to fire on all cylinders.
What's up, my nootropics enthusiast friends? I am your host, Ryan Michael Bell. Thanks so much for being with me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. For those of you that have been on the channel for a while, hey, check it out. We're really trying to get folks to the Facebook page, so facebook.com/cortexstacks. Facebook.com/cortexstacks. If you spend time on Facebook, you're gonna love liking our stuff because we post a lot of nootropic stuff on there, whether stacks or these videos or blog posts or ideas and things to try around nootropics. It's basically just insane. Facebook.com/cortexstacks. Okay, so we're gonna talk about a hack on resistant starch, serotonin, and tyrosine. I'm going to explain why I think it's a good idea to sort of take resistant starch. It's one strategy to take with tyrosine to get the best effects from tyrosine and no side effects from tyrosine. And we're going to get to that in just a second. Let's do 40 minutes, 40 minutes, they would be here forever. Let's do 40 seconds of Product Pro. Look, we wrote 3 digital guides that are nootropic stack lists. We've got a whole bunch of NooPep stacks. I mean, these are stacks you'll never see on the web. Get access to those powerful stacks by getting the NooPep Pro stack list. Same with the Racetam God Guide. These are digital guides so you can download them and read them right away and have the stacks. Smarter, Better, Faster has lots of stacks, but also teaches you my philosophy on nootropics. We have a stack. Cortex, guys, is $29.99 still. Cortex is the type of nootropic to take if you want a natural style version of modafinil, okay? It cranks up the amperage, turns the brain on. Get Cortex, the link is in the description below. We do a consulting service, 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. It's Nootropics Consulting. Get it at livecortex.com. Okay, so the deal with tyrosine, which by the way is an amino acid that makes dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. So it's motivating as a nootropic, but it's also very alertness based. Like if you take tyrosine and you go and do some tasks, like you're gonna have an interesting experience because it's very stimulating. It's a stimulant, no question. Now here's the deal. I'm not sure if taking tyrosine without anything else ends up sort of lowering the quantity of serotonin in your enteric nervous system and your brain. But for a lot of folks, anecdotally, they seem to just end up in a place where if they take tyrosine for way too long, like say 6 months or something, where they end up getting anxiety from it. They can't really take it anymore. If they do take it, they've really got to take it with something that calms things down because it goes and turns on some of these fight or flight neurotransmitters. Well, a lot of those folks have ended up emailing us and saying hey, what's the deal? I've been taking tyrosine. It's changed my life. And now suddenly I can't really take it much anymore because it's making me anxious. And the answer is probably, I wouldn't say this is definitely the answer because I think there's still more research to be done here. Probably, my position on it is probably you are somehow inhibiting serotonin production or getting in the way of serotonin production. I remember reading some time ago that there's a competition between the two of them, between tyrosine and 5-HTP for uptake. I think they use the same enzyme, the same uptake or conversion pathway or something. And so that's something to look at. But what I found anecdotally in people that ask me this question, and we've got consulting clients that do that too, especially the business folks, they like tyrosine because it's very stimulatory, is that we could give them potato starch. Okay, potato starch, which feeds gut bacteria that produce serotonin, and then they could still take tyrosine so long as they were taking the potato starch and they would not run into the anxiety problems. They would actually be in a good mood, they'd feel good, they were sleeping better, and things really kind of evened out for them. So, I did some research on it because I was like, man, this is something that, that keeps happening. I knew at a baseline level, potato starch, because I had gut issues back in the day and I used potato starch to try to fix them partially, that through a series of processes they produce serotonin. But I was like, what is the mechanism here? So I went to research it, and it turns out that potato starch feeds a very specific class of pretty pervasive gut flora species that then go and produce serotonin, and it's called bifidobacterium. Okay, so potato starch goes and feeds bifidobacterium, and bifidobacterium, it turns out that so much of your serotonin production happens in the gut, right? And they get produced from this bifido species. Okay, so that's the hack. If you're running into some sort of overstimulation from tyrosine, take 2 to 4 teaspoons a day or every other day of potato starch. It could, because it's working on producing a massive diversity of gut bacteria. I mean, there's also literature and anecdotal experiences where people went and got their guts tested and saw the diversity of gut bacteria after taking potato starch and or eating like golden potatoes, like just going on a potato diet for a while. It really does increase this diversity. So that is likely to cause some gas in people that aren't used to it or something, and maybe it won't cause gas in other people. So that's just something to be concerned with. Take your teaspoon quantity down on the potato starch if you run into that. But yeah, I mean, no question about it. If you're taking tyrosine and you're getting overstimulated, try taking some potato starch, because you're going to need to balance out that stimulation with serotonin, and the potato starch feeds bifidobacterium, which is a species of gut bacteria that produces serotonin. Interesting hack, totally is working for people, and I wanted to share it on this Sunday. Hey, stick around for a minute. We're going to talk about all our products again. Cortex Stack, $29.99. The Racetam God Guide still at $20, guys. The new Pet Pro Stack List still at $20. Smarter, Better, Faster, still at $20. Get those guides today. Get all those guides. Snag a bottle of the Cortex Stack. Video coming up in a minute to explain all that stuff. Happy Sunday. Talk to you soon. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks for being with me. Ryan Michael Balla here. Check it out. These 4 are our powerful nootropic products. So start from the top. You're going to want to hear this. Number 1, the Cortex Stack. That is our powerful pre-made stack. This is the stack you want to take if you want to get work done. Let me just be serious with you. I created that stack running a company 18 hours a day to get my brain to have massive verbal fluency, total motivation, right? Total overall mental fluidity, lots of mental energy, lots of drive to work. I mean, entrepreneurs need brain performance. We created that stack for people that really, really need brain performance and ain't messing around. The Cortex Stack, get it at livecortex.com. You will love that stack. Those digital guides, we'll start from the Racetam God Guide. That guide is a digital stack list of some of the most highly effective brain state specific Racetam stacks on the planet. I mean, basically you're getting oxiracetam, piracetam, aniracetam, phenylpiracetam, coliracetam, faciracetam, nephiracetam, pramiracetam stacks, very powerful stacks of all those racetams laid out in that guide. The new Pet Pro Stack List is a giant list of sublingual, oral, and nasal new pep stack. So we've got just myriads of lists of very specific, very surgical new pep stacks that are highly effective, time tested. I mean, you take one of those stacks, your brain turns on, you will thank me. That thing is digital too. These are all digital, downloaded at livecortex.com. And then lastly, Smarter, Better, Faster is a digital guide that teaches anybody that's within the 1 to 2 year range of taking nootropics, how to take nootropics, how to think about taking nootropics, how to use nootropics surgically to really get optimal brain performance, to totally dominate the realm of nootropics. It gives you very many stacks, my favorite stacks, everything from modafinil, caffeine, theanine protocols to aniracetam, microdosing protocols to uridine, ALA, Alcar, choline stacks to basically everything else in between. If you want the most powerful stacks on the planet, you want my personal stacks and my personal philosophy on taking nootropics, get the Smarter, Better, Faster guide. Get all these guides. Get all of this good nootropic stuff at livecortex.com. We make elite level nootropic products for elite level nootropic players. Are you one of them? Let's find out. livecortex.com. Make it happen. Thanks for being with me.